Welcome. My name is Neil Sayer. I created this channel to share my expertise as a business coach and a very successful CEO of 2 companies over 40 years. This is a space for business owners to come for inspiration, for ideas, tips, solutions, and wisdom.
So today I wish to continue the series on attracting, motivating, and keeping a very high performance team for your business. In an earlier video, I mentioned a survey that was done back in March 2023. Seek New Zealand, they interviewed 4,000 employees in the workforce, and they found that something like 29% were looking to leave their businesses within 6 months. They cited that pay was the primary reason. Now, while I accept it's not the only reason, it certainly is top of the charts for a lot of our people, particularly the younger members of our workforce. So, with a shortage of skills in the economy and a very, very competitive marketplace, it's a subject that you must heed, you must pay particular attention to. So I'll look at it today and hopefully give you a few tips that you can take away. Okay, let's look at some of the key factors. What sort of salary you're likely to face when looking to employ someone new. So do your homework at the outset, dig into websites like Seek New Zealand, Upscale, and in Australia, the Australian Bureau of Statistics. These will give you a good start. They'll indicate the sort of salary ranges for your industry. So dig in, have a good gander. Secondly, be realistic about the skills and the experience that you're looking for and what the likely expectations are going to be for remuneration. You might be on a tight budget, but remember the old adage, you're only going to get what you actually pay for. Thirdly, think about location. I mean, if you're hiring in one of the main urban centres, you're certainly going to be facing higher expectations than someone who's looking for remote work from a rural township. Fourthly, think about your stage of development and be real. Pitch your salary at a rate that you can afford for today and the future. And also home in on non-financial benefits that can perhaps sway the applicant to be interested in your company as against a company out there that can afford to pay more. Think about flexibility for hybrid working, wellness programs that you can offer, and obviously highlight the benefits, the real features, the upside of your particular culture. Lastly here, I wish to bring your attention to considering the importance of the role. I'd also mention that in previous roles, I've actually gone out there, I put our name out on the marketplace, and I've actually pitched our salaries at probably 10, on occasions 15% higher than the going market rate. Now, I did this because that particular role was absolutely critical, a key element in the team for moving forward. And quite frankly, I've never regretted that. I mean, when I've employed this strategy, I've had people who've been on board, they've stayed loyal, and they've really contributed with value and expertise to help our companies go leap and bounds onto awards and really grow internationally. Okay, let's assume that you've just completed your recent hires and you've got a great team on board to work with. Congratulations. But also, the journey doesn't stop there. Regularly, you've got to appraise the situation, look at the well-being of your employees, including their current pay rates. Too often in the past, I've sat back and got a wee bit too comfortable thinking that, hey, I've got a great team, and I haven't regularly had conversations with my key members as to where they're at, are their aspirations being met, and discuss the matter of remuneration. And too often it was too late. They'd go into their shell, they'd be quiet, they'd be disillusioned, or they might show signs of frustration and complaining more. But the really bad thing was that once they took a step to actually start surfing the internet for alternative employ, there'd be a mind shift. It was too late. They're actually gone. So, regularly look at the situation, keep the finger on the pulse. I suggest you have monthly, informal check-ins, It could be more formal, an agenda to go through, say, quarterly or certainly every 6 months. And as a minimum annually, you need to be sitting down in line with the budget process and looking at the pay that you're going to offer. Considerations there as to what deal you might actually put on the table, take into account obviously the inflation, the current CPI rate. Secondly, look at their performance over the previous period. I'll actually address the whole subject of performance separately because that's a vast area. Thirdly, do some homework again, do some research as to what the current market rates are out there. And finally, for some of you out there that might be employing, people on the shop floor, obviously stay abreast of legal requirements by way of minimum pay rates, etc. I mentioned you need to be careful about the relativities. I mean, yes, people's remuneration package should be confidential and you'll have contract terms, insisting upon that, but things do get out there. So just be wary that if colleagues become aware of other people's salaries, this could set you up for some awkward conversations downstream. Lastly, I would stress, going back to paying a wee bit above the market rate, I'd stress, don't be too tight. I mean, if someone's looking to join your company and I think they really are a good fit, but they might be 5-10K above the budget that you have, then have a damn good look at the efficiencies, the savings that you can make elsewhere. And I'm sure in the long run it will pay off. And perhaps that might even include pulling your belt in, having a good look at that bottom line. Are you actually being too greedy for the short term? And maybe even your dividends. I mean, maybe you would settle on a slightly lower figure. So with that, I'd like to wrap up this video. And what I want to stress is that your team, your people really are the key assets. So you've got to have your finger on the pulse in terms of whether you're paying them enough or whether you're at risk to losing them to another company that will recognize their value, and get them on board and actually look after them. So staying up to date, staying well informed, and regularly touching in with your staff and your managers is absolutely essential. And if you don't, it could be the difference between keeping that great team that you've worked hard to attract or losing them. Enough said. So bye for now.
I hope you found the video useful with some golden nuggets, some takeaways. If so, please subscribe for more. Now, if you need to discuss anything regarding your business or perhaps to explore my Growthology business growth programs, then please hit the link below and we'll set up an exploratory discussion. Look forward to that. Bye now.